Hey guys, Chrissy Dobson with the Strength Team. Now, if you're like me, we just got done celebrating the 4th of July weekend, and I said last week a little bit of something that I brought for a sweet tooth to my family's event, but also I wanted to share a quick little recipe that I also did this weekend with my family, and it's so simple, y'all. I'm all about fresh, I'm all about fresh and simple. I caught it. I'm an athlete, y'all. We're an athlete. But before I get into this and I dive into this, and it smells so good, I just want to hit on a couple of topics real quick with you guys. I got to be able to spend the 4th of July weekend with my hero. That's my father. And being a Vietnam vet, he has fought for our country. He has fought for the freedom of this country, for you and me to be able to wake up every morning and be able to lay our head down at night. And if you would ask me, he's probably one of the strongest men that I've ever met. He's kind of like, like those John Wayne type of men that don't hardly exist anymore. That's my dad. And this weekend I got to sit down and we were just talking. We were reminiscing about like the old days and some of the stuff that he's been through and some of the cool stories. And one of the stories that got brought up was something that hit really close to home. It was when he had a heart attack. And I remember that it shifted and shook my entire world. And I thought to myself, I could be losing my father. I could be losing the man that I love more than anything in this world. But due to doctors and due to having a 5-way bypass surgery, they were able to save him. And now he always says, I'm strong like bull. But there was something that they told him that he has to do is eat right. Don't eat fried food, don't eat sugary food, but also get exercise. And that was kind of a no-brainer for my dad, because if you would have just been able to look at the outside appearance, you would say there's no way that this man had a 5-way bypass surgery. There's just no way that he would have had a stroke or a heart attack. But it can happen to anybody. Heart disease is the #1 killer. Heart disease, y'all, and we can prevent that. And there's certain things that we can do to prevent that. And so just by looking at my father, he owns a refereeing association and he's always active, always busy. And so to say that that was the one thing that probably could have taken him out, it was beyond our wild imagination. And so there's certain things that you can do to help prevent that. As a daughter of a fighter, I always thought to myself, he loves me enough to fight for me physically. But will he fight for himself to protect me mentally and emotionally? And so after he had that 5-way bypass surgery, the list that the doctor gave him of things to do and not to do, that was fun to go over. Because being a personal trainer, I'm thinking to myself, I know my dad. I know what makes him tick. I know what he'll do and I know what he won't do. And so it was kind of comical to go through that list. But there was things that I know that he could do. And one of those things that each one of us can do to not only help save our life, but to save other people's lives, that's giving blood. Each one of us can give blood. It's so simple and so fast and easy. All you have to do is just Google where to give blood, Carter Blood Care. There's numerous American Blue Cross Blue Shield. You can go to your doctor. There's plenty of places that you can go give blood. And I'm the biggest advocate for that, because it can help prevent so many things in our body, like from getting a stroke, from having a heart attack. It can help lower your cholesterol, help with blood pressure, help restart your system. That's what helps with the blood pressure. It helps restart your system. Girls, ladies, it can help restart our system to where it helps us lose weight. So if you're going through this funk and you're like, oh, none of this is working, blah, 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 like all girls complain about their weight, it can help you actually lose weight. And so that's why I say go give blood. But also, you realize that every time you go give blood, you can help 3 families out, 3 people out. And so the men and women that gave blood in the area where my dad had his 5-way bypass surgery, if it wasn't for you guys and donating, my dad might not be here. And especially my dad being a Vietnam vet, he was a Navy corpsman. He knows how important giving blood is. And so men, women, all of you out there, we fight for our families daily on a physical realm. Fight for yourself to protect your family, to be able to live as long as you can so that it protects them mentally and emotionally. I'll step off my little pedestal about giving blood. But this right here, y'all, I call it, it's a cold zucchini salad. It is something so simple. As you can tell, and I'll post pictures too. As you can tell, there's zucchini, there's red onions, there's, boom. This is one of my favorite. It is a lifesaver. If you've got a sweet tooth like I do, helps with saving a sweet tooth. It literally in 2 tablespoons has 21 calories, 12 carbs, 6 sugar alcohols, but the sugar alcohols are from monk fruit. That's like the best that you can get besides stevia trevia. It has a little bit of this avocado spray, and yes, it's organic, because I'm also trying to watch your calorie content. Iodized salt. I'll be talking about this later, how important it is to have iodized salt in your body, especially if you do physical activity. This, y'all, I'm not sponsored for this brand, but this is one of my favorite brands. It's Flavor God. Lord Jesus, it is incredible. They have, like, if you would look at my cabinet, which I'll end up showing you in a little bit or later on in all these videos, Flavor God is my favorite. Their sodium content is beyond belief incredible. So if you're like my dad and you have to eat healthy because the doctor's telling you to eat healthy, Flavor God's where it's at. This is the Italian zest. Oops, my phone's about to die. And also apple cider vinegar and red onion. That's it. Keep it simple, stupid. That's the way I like it. Oh, and also healthy fats. Healthy fats are your nuts. These are delicious in all these ways. These are pumpkin seeds and pecans. You can add almonds, you can add any kind of nut you want in there. But y'all, I would take a bite of this right now because in all the cooking channels, you're supposed to take a bite of it, right? So the viewer can see, like, you can eat on it and it's crunchy, but I've already been eating on it. So I'll just go ahead and tell you because nobody wants to hear me talking with food in my mouth. It's not too cute. My hair's already messed up. I just got done working out. I literally just took off my hat. But like I said, it is crunchy, it's salty, it's sweet. It's a little sweet because due to this. It has your healthy fats in it. It has the colors of the rainbow. That's one thing. Getting back on track. Eat a plant-based diet. That will help get you back on track, ladies, especially ladies, but men as well, like my dad. So, moral of this story, guys. Happy 4th of July weekend. I know we all had a blast celebrating with our families, and go give blood. It's very important because you fight for your families on a daily basis. Fight for yourself. Anyways, I love you guys. Happy 4th of July, and have a great, safe rest of your week. I love y'all. So for me and the strength team, we love you guys. This is the B-roll. I just figured that I'd add this in there because if you watch the Food Network, like I do, they always tell you, make sure you eat your food that you just made. So I'm eating it. It's sweet, it's salty, it's crispy, it's cold. It has a slight earthy tone. Feels like summer. Feels like summer. Anyways, I love you guys. I'm gonna continue eating this guilt-free because the sodium content's low, the sugar content is non-existent. The apple cider vinegar, that's great. There's not gonna be any left. And you don't have to feel guilty for eating the whole bowl because it's one zucchini, which has like 0 calories in it. Anyways, get some good muscles. I love y'all. Have a great day.